Are you planning to apply for an Australian partner visa in 2026? Then pay very close attention, because the Department of Home Affairs has introduced updates that could seriously affect how partner visa applications are assessed. And one of the biggest changes is this. If your application is incomplete or your supporting evidence is weak, you may only get one opportunity to correct the problem before a decision is made. That means if immigration requests additional information and you fail to respond properly or on time, your application could be refused without further warning. This is exactly why preparing a strong application from the beginning has become more important than ever. In this video, we're going through the latest Australia partner visa updates for 2026, the common mistakes applicants are still making, and the practical steps you can take to avoid delays, complications, or refusals. And if you have questions while watching, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Welcome back to the AfroVo YouTube channel. Now, before we dive into the updates, let's clear up one of the biggest misunderstandings people still have about Australian partner visas. A partner visa is not simply for someone who has a boyfriend or girlfriend. Under Australian migration law, eligible relationships generally fall into these categories: married couples, de facto partners, fiancés applying under the prospective marriage pathway. For de facto relationships specifically, applicants usually need to show they have been in a genuine and ongoing relationship for at least 12 months, unless exemptions apply, such as relationship registration in certain Australian states or territories. And this is where many applications become weak. It is not enough to simply say you are in love or post photos together online. The Department of Home Affairs is now placing much greater emphasis on detailed relationship evidence that clearly demonstrates your relationship is genuine, ongoing, and recognized in everyday life. And this is exactly where many applicants run into problems. A boyfriend or girlfriend relationship on its own does not automatically qualify someone for an Australian partner visa. Under Australian migration law, a de facto relationship generally requires evidence of a genuine and continuing relationship, living together or having a shared domestic life, mutual commitment to a shared future, financial and social interdependence. So casual relationships or relationships without substantial evidence usually will not satisfy the legal requirements. Now, let's move into the latest Australia partner visa updates for 2026, including several important warnings coming directly from recent Department of Home Affairs guidance and partner visa communications.
Update number 1. Strong evidence is now absolutely critical. The department has clearly stated that many partner visa applications are being delayed because applicants submit insufficient or weak relationship evidence. And there is a major difference between a weak application and an incomplete application. A weak application may experience delays, requests for more information, or additional scrutiny. But an incomplete application can create a much bigger problem, because in some cases, it may lead directly to refusal. That is why applicants are strongly encouraged to upload all major supporting evidence at the time they lodge the application, including relationship evidence, identity documents, sponsor information, police clearances, supporting statements, financial and shared living evidence. Waiting to provide important documents later is becoming increasingly risky under the faster 2026 processing environment. Now, let's talk about update number 2, the so-called one chance rule. And this is something applicants need to take very seriously. If the department requests additional information or clarification, applicants may only receive one formal opportunity to respond. There may be no multiple reminders, no repeated follow-ups, and no extended back-and-forth communication. If you fail to respond properly or within the required timeframe, the immigration officer can proceed to make a decision based only on the information already available on file. And if critical evidence is missing at that point, the application could be refused. Update number 3 explains one of the biggest reasons partner visas are still experiencing delays. According to the department, Many delays are being caused by very avoidable mistakes, such as late responses to requests, uploading incorrect documents, missing sponsor information, outdated relationship evidence, expired police certificates, inconsistent application details. Individually, these may seem like small errors, but inside Australia's current immigration system, small mistakes can now create very large consequences. Update number 4. Your ImmiAccount is now more important than ever. For most applicants, ImmiAccount is the primary communication channel used by the Department of Home Affairs throughout the entire partner visa process. That means if the department needs additional documents, requests clarification, or issues important updates about your case,
Prepare strong relationship evidence from the very beginning. Keep updating your evidence every 6 to 12 months while the application is processing. Respond quickly to any immigration requests. Organize your documents clearly and professionally. Make sure all forms, dates, and details are consistent across the application. And just as importantly, here are the mistakes you should avoid. Lodging weak or incomplete applications, ignoring your ImmiAccount notifications, delaying responses to department requests, uploading outdated or incorrect documents, waiting until the last minute to gather important evidence. Australia's partner visa system in 2026 is moving faster in some cases, but it is also becoming less forgiving when mistakes happen. A well-prepared application now matters more than ever. If you found this information helpful, support the channel by liking the video and subscribing for future Australia visa updates. And if you have questions about your own situation, feel free to leave a comment below.